Hey guys, this is Larson Game. I know it's been a bit since I streamed, but anyway, we are back with my official streaming debut of Mortal Kombat 11. Enjoy the show, everybody. So yeah, how do I put this? Right? How do I put it? Since oh my god, let's see. I'm trying to think of a good way to explain this. Alright, I'll be weird with you. Okay? MK11, okay? We all got it in 2019, right? We all thought this was gonna be the bomb after the excellent, well, I won't say excellent, but cool story, alright, to a decent story that was X. Just the gameplay of X was so much fun, just in general, right? XXL, whatever you want to call it. But then here comes MK11 along. There's so many problems with this game. I could go into it all day. I could go on a long tangent about how this or that ruined MK, yada yada. But you know what? My biggest sin. By the way, the video is called this series is called LarsonSins, and for some reason it does that. That's pretty gay. But hold on. Before we do a story playthrough, I'm gonna rant for a minute. I'm gonna rant for an additional minute or two. Okay, we'll just sit here and practice, right? That way we don't keep on getting the demo tutorial or whatever as I like to call it. But we're gonna send this, okay? Right. MK story mode, 11 story mode. For Mortal Kombat, it is probably the worst story I have ever seen. Basically, they take the actual cool reboot timeline progress that's set in MK9 and we'll say mostly in MKX, and they just, for the most part, throw it down the toilet. They try and make a bootleg Armageddon, right? A bootleg Armageddon where characters come. As you'll see, they tried doing a bootleg Armageddon style scenario that it's just all over the place. Some characters it sort of works, some characters it sort of don't, some characters it works perfectly, some characters it just doesn't at all. Which is why I've held off on playing it the last 2 or so years, if I'm being honest with you. But I have gotten some motivation to get back into this game recently. I've found a new group of people that I've been sparring with. Yeah, I suck, by the way. I might stream some matches sometime, who knows. But anyway, forget about that. The point is, I've gotten back into both this and Tekken 7, but that Tekken 7 discussion is a whole nother discussion for another day. So we'll leave that there. The point is, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I think for a game on its own, Mortal Kombat 11 is a great game. But it's average to somewhat mediocre Mortal Kombat. Tekken 7 is somewhat of a similar lane, but again, we'll discuss more Tekken sometime later. So yeah, I've waited 2 years to play the story mode. I'm kind of nervous about it a little bit, right? And then I know what happens and everything. I've watched dozens of playthroughs and shit. I know what happens, right? By the way, we'll do Aftermath as well once I get the Aftermath DLC. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know right now. My Aftermath is, for the most part, what 11's original story could have been or should have been. In more ways than one. I'm kind of nervous about this. Okay, the reason I'm calling it Larson's Sins is because we're just gonna... yeah, I'm gonna be my usual self, where if there's some bullshit, I'm gonna call it out. And this is mostly story and lore-wise, right? Because, okay, we're gonna go ahead and get Sonya out the way first. For some fucking reason, NetherRealm, they decided to get Ronda Rousey, of all people, to voice her ass instead of her returning her MKX actress. Cassie, they changed to, I don't like. Jackie, they changed to, and I don't like. Let's see, what else could I say without spoiling too much? All I'll say about Noob Saibot is that there's like 1 or 2 fights with him, and then that's it. He gets nothing. Scorpion doesn't really get much of anything, even despite all the progress he made in X. Johnny's Johnny, he's a bit weird. Oh my god, there's so many other characters that they just, it's all over the place for. Oh my god. I'm kind of nervous about doing this, but, you know, I've been meaning to do this for a while. Right. Okay, hold on. What's my settings looking like, by the way? Story difficulty. We're gonna do easy. Right. I'm gonna do easy. Just because. We're gonna do easy. Right. We'll do easy. Again, I enjoyed X a lot better. By the way, the intro is pretty cool. You'll see the intro here in a second. The intro had so much potential. And by the way, I'll rant about this more. Hold on. Let me pause it real quick whenever it lets me. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it real quick. This first chapter, right? Let's just say it's gonna go down the shitter real quick. Okay? It's gonna go down the shitter real quick. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a quick recap of the last game from what I remember. Alright? If anyone who played 9 or X remembers, Cassie Cage, by the way, that's a whole other sin, but I think I ranted on it years ago when I did my X playthrough. Back when I first started streaming. I've come a long way since then, by the way. I'm kind of tempted to do the X story mode again sometime if I can. Maybe down the road or something like that. Anyway, the point is, if you remember the whole Dark Raiden side plot that they returned from Deception, by the way, one of my favorite Mortal Kombat side plots of all time, where Raiden gets evil, he goes crazy, trying to defend Earthrealm, yada yada. They decided to do that to him again, making him almost like Superman from Injustice 1, where he's evil. I mean, we won't call evil, but he's like a vigilante god of sorts. And I cannot talk as usual. In the original timeline, in Deception, when he tries to kill himself against Onaga, but he sacrifices himself, what happens to him? He gets corrupted by Onaga's dark magic. In this one, he gets tainted by Shinnok controlling the so-called Jinsei chamber. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let it start out because I will admit this is a badass scene. This is a badass opening. All I gotta say is, I'll rant on it more as we get closer to it, but they missed a lot of opportunities with Dark Raiden in this game. Dark Raiden is one of my favorite characters of all time. Alright, there's Shinnok.
Thank me, Raiden. Our battle changed you.
Shinnok, by the way, is an ex-Elder God. He got kicked out due to some war with the Elder Gods. Look at my boy Raiden. Look at him. He looking all badass. I never really liked him as a good god. Not to say he's a terrible character. Hold on, let me turn my audio down a little bit. That was beautiful.
Silent Shinnok.
By the way, Richard Epicard has always knocked it out the park as him since first voicing him in versus DC. Like I say, he's basically a vigilante god. He's like this in Deception and Armageddon.
But you wear my amulet.
His amulet's Shinnok's amulet is corrupted.
Embrace the truth the Elder Gods deny. The truth I was cast out for speaking.
The truth I embrace, Shinnok, is that mercy is wasted.
God, I love Dark Raiden so much. Y'all don't know how much I've always loved Dark
I will
Raiden.
destroy our enemies before they destroy us, starting with you.
Oh, Raiden, not even you can kill an Elder God.
Watch this, y'all. Watch this.
There are fates worse than death.
If I remember correctly, that was the punchline in X as well, with the whole Revenant storyline. By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and sit it. I'm gonna pause it real quick. I hate to interrupt the cutscene, but they missed a major opportunity to rest of the Revenants in X. If y'all remember, it was only Scorpion, the younger Sub-Zero, and Jax that got freed from Revenancy. Chapter 4 of X. As usual, this is 18 plus for anyone that's, you know, because Mortal Kombat's graphic violence and all that. Yeah, Liu Kang is still Revenant.
Serve as warning and an emblem of my wrath.
I gotta admit, this is a badass intro, though. Right up there in Inception and Armageddon, but at the same time, it's a missed opportunity, which I'll explain later. I'll explain why it's a missed opportunity. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and send it right now. This woman is one of the worst villains in the history of Mortal Kombat. Even Blaze was better. I'll explain later. Kronika fucking sucks.
Know this. The arc of the universe.
They would have been better off bringing Blaze back. Or Onaga back. But again, I'll save the rant. I'll save it.
It is only a matter of time.
I'm not even going to explain who Kronika is because her lore is just nuts. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. I'm going to stop it here again. I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, first major sin outside of the whole Raiden nonsense. If you pay close attention, this flag is eerily similar to the flag Gorilla Grodd held in Injustice 2. I gotta send this. NetherRealm. We can stop copying and pasting assets from Injustice. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Oh, and fuck Cassie Cage. Fuck everything she stands for. It's kind of a sin. I get they're trying to prop her up as... Okay. Speaking of the whole Special Forces bullshit, here's another sin. I'll go and explain it right now. For some reason, they forgot to add Takeda and Kung Jin to this game, which is a major sin. And this is even with the, I can't spoil that too much yet, but this is even with certain events that follow. Yeah, and Johnny's hasn't really changed too much from X, so he's cool. He's cool as fuck. He's probably the one that's got the most character development in this reboot timeline. Do you remember him being the cocky son of a bitch in MK11? He's changed he's changed like hell. Again,
For 25 years, the Special Forces have been Earthrealm's sword and shield. We've pushed back
this line is cringe.
defeated Shinnok.
Cringe.
Yet none of our victories have come without cost.
Ronda Rousey fucking sucks.
Recently, Commander Jackson Briggs was honorably discharged. His wounds, both physical and psychological.
Oh, they replaced Jackson's voice
him
actor
no
too for some
longer fit
reason.
to serve.
I don't know why. I liked him in
Jackie's
X. He was
father.
cool in X.
And we honor his sacrifice by doing what he would do. Tirelessly defend.
Oh, by the
Earthrealm.
way,
Sergeant Cage, step forward.
one of the what I wish they did.
Your leadership
I wish
and
with
warfighting
the,
ability have earned you promotion
whatchamacallit.
to commander.
I wish the
But there are no family
with that
favors
last
here.
XL update or
By
the Ultimate
Special Forces
update.
tradition,
What they should have done
you
is they
still
should have
have to
given you the
pass one
option to
last test.
change Ronda
I need to kick the
certain,
CO's ass, ma'am.
certain characters'
Your
voice
ass, ma'am.
actors or actresses. If
All
I
right
could,
then,
I would
Sergeant.
change her
Let's
to
see
her
if you can take
MK95 voice. If I could. Oh, this is a training fight for no reason. Okay. I suck as Cassie, so expect a lot of stamina. I don't like Cassie that much. I've never really liked Cassie that much shit, but she was better in X. They made her like a teenage hipster in this game for no reason when she's like almost 30. It's bullshit. They think she should have been like this in X. Again, I suck, y'all, so... Hold on. Thankfully, you can do this. Oh, by the way, the other reason we're doing the story mode too is because you get skins and shit in story mode, but that's a whole other thing. I'll rant about that too. Suck. It's all easy. It's not very easy, but I wanted to bend the challenge.
I love my toys.
Cringe. Alright. Ooh, I like that. I'll just go. Oh, yeah. Just go. Really, bro? There we go. There we go. No! Help me. There we go.
Commander Cage, reporting for duty.
Yeah, I liked her ex-actress better. A lot of the, again, the only one they didn't change is Johnny.
Congratulations.
Had they changed Johnny, I would have had a fit from hell. See, Johnny's the OG, man. I love Johnny. I love him.
Come on, Dad. You really have to go?
Well, you've got your duty, Commander, and I got mine.
Starring in
Again,
yet another
Johnny's the,
Ninja Mind
he's the real
Storm
star this time
live
on.
duty.
I need to provide for you.
He's doing the
man,
character
to reach
development. They
you.
tried to give him a Deception Armageddon, but it was
Jeez, guys,
unfortunately
I'm right
mostly
here.
off screen and through bios. That was
General Blade, Cassandra Cage,
they
What is
spelled
it,
they
Raiden?
spelled Cassandra wrong in the
the
subtitles.
Netherrealm.
Gotta sit it.
We should open a dialogue. Maybe there's an explanation. Liu Kang and Katana were friends once.
Doesn't make sense.
They are irreparably polluted by
See, I
Shinnok's
gotta send that.
They are no longer the champions we once knew.
Oh, and understand while I'm here, we're Sojin in this. They'll try and explain it in Aftermath, but it's a bunch of bullshit. Kind of spoiling a little bit of the opening of Aftermath. The only character who I would valiantly believe that is in Veronica's so-called Void or whatever is Shane Song, but that's because after Shao Kahn killed him in MK9, we were kind of wondering where did his soul get off to, you know? Because that's how Shane Song survives, is by his soul. He assumes somebody else's body. But anyway, more for that later.
Buried deep beneath Liu Kang and Katana's castle is the Cathedral of Shinnok, the seat of their power.
Again, I love
Destroy
Dark
it,
Raiden,
and their
man.
undead army will fall, removing its threat to Earthrealm.
Aren't your powers weaker in the Netherrealm?
Doesn't make sense.
Yes, but I will have sufficient
Doesn't
strength
make
to
sense even
occupy
if they
the
did try
undead
some
army.
crap towards the end of
That'll buy us
MK9.
enough time to infiltrate the cathedral. Destroy it from the inside.
We get pinned down in there, there's no way out.
Because Raiden was able to go to the
ensure
Netherrealm
Earthrealm's
and 9 and
survival,
X.
We must all be willing to sacrifice.
You know, it's been 2 years too much of your grim and gritty makeover droning on about sacrifice. You don't have a family to lose.
I know loss, Johnny Cage.
Raiden's right, Johnny.
Okay, gotta send it right here. I'll rant more about this at the end of the chapter, but let's just say the Dark Raiden I know and love would have attempted to kill him. The Dark Raiden I know and love, at least from Deception and Armageddon anyway.
We're not ready for another war.
Because again, you have to remember, he's dark, he's vigilante.
Before Liu
He'll
Kang
kill anyone who
breaks
questions him, even his own friends. Look at Raiden looking like a badass. Again, they had, I'll rant about it more. I keep on, I'm apologize if I'm sounding a little bit repetitive, but by the way, thank you for tuning in, whoever tuned in. Let's just say what happens after this chapter, and you'll know it when you see it. It'll piss me off. And it's probably my biggest sin with the story mode. Gotta send this too. Gotta send this too. I get it, it's an Earthrealm army, but come on, man. Guns don't work against the Netherrealm. Didn't you all learn your lesson in MKX? If anything, just send them on their own.
One hell of a diversion.
Just have them on their own, you know?
Withdraw, or feel the wrath of Earthrealm's protector!
Watch this, boys. God. Okay, here's the Revenants. Again, it's the sin that they wasn't freed from relevancy at the end of X. That's a major sin. But the Revenant storyline should have ended with, it should have ended with X. Just my honest opinion. I have to send that. By the way, like I said, it's a major sin that it's not just them three. It's a major sin. They don't need no army of no human soldiers. Fuck that shit. They're all gonna die anyway. Everybody except three of them's gonna die anyway. Come on, people. Gotta send it. Jackie's booty though. Sorry, y'all. I just noticed it the other day when I was just randomly looking at Jackie in practice mode or whatever the fuck. I never really noticed her to be that thick, but damn. She wasn't an X to be fair, so they tried. Even though I thought she looked better in X. I know crazy, I know unpopular opinion, but I like Jackie better in X. Even if she was still bland as fuck and she made no sense. At least she had something in X. That's even if she was cared about her boyfriend. Who, by the way, Takeda is the best of the new characters, changed my mind. And he should have been in this game. Him not being in this game is a major crime. Same thing with Kung Jin. Major crime. Hi, Kamal. Kamal! Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and rant about my boy Kamal here. Some of my longtime viewers, if there's any from the beginning, I think I may have done a little bit of a mini rant way back in my NKX days about Kamal and how I miss him. Kamal's always been one of my favorites. He's very underrated, right? Basically, he's well, in this timeline, but I'll explain the Kamal I knew back in the day. The Kamal I knew back in the day from Deception Armageddon, he was an ex Black Dragon member, right? Kano's clan, who basically Kano had exterminated or whatever the fuck, right? I don't know if he fell out of favor or whatnot. His story wasn't really too definitive until Deception. But long story short, Shao Kahn invades Earthrealm, aka MK3. He gets fried by Motaro. It's either Motaro or Kentaro. I don't remember which one it was in the old timeline. I know in 9 it was Kentaro. It may have been Motaro, the centaur. Okay. Anyway, point is Shane Tsung and Kano they heal him with the whole respirator. Gas air tank, yada yada. They give him the hook swords and all that, and Kano wants him to come back, but he says no, and he joins the heroes to fight Shao Kahn's invasion. Fast forward to Deadly Alliance, I apologize, it's a bit of a long rant, but just hear me out. Deadly Alliance, he gets a vision from a guy named Havoc, Cleric of Chaos, by the way, main villain of MKX Comics. If you enjoyed those, let me know in the comments below. But he encounters Red Dragon mercenary known as Mavado, who seemingly kills him and steals his hook swords. But Havoc saves him from Havoc saves it from the brink of death, and he destines Kamal with reforming the Black Dragon, which basically went underground when Kano seemingly died at the hands of the Deadly Alliance and Deadly Alliance, or MIA. They never really explained that. They tried pulling one over in Armageddon with Kano, where he's captured by the Red Dragon, but I didn't really buy it. They just included him there for a few seconds. He was in Conquest, but enough of that. Anyway, old Kamal, I knew he took over the Black Dragon clan. He made them into basically a terrorist organization. And yeah, pretty much. Which brings me to my point. The point is, had he been among the Revenants freed in X, he, in my honest opinion, should have gotten the vision from Havoc again, who, by the way, Havoc is alive as of, in some way, shape, or form, as of the end of X, according to some dialogue and lore, but it's very loose, so you interpret it as you will. He would have likely again restored the Black Dragon, or tried to take it from Kano at least. He would have at least went to war with Kano. Who knows? But hell, he may have joined the Red Dragon. Who knows what the fuck they would have done with him had they done with him, right? But yeah, as you'll see, they fuck him up. I'll explain later. In Jade, they sort of fuck up too, but not really as much. I'll explain on her later too. Sorry about the long rant, y'all, but I'm passionate about Cabal. I love him. He's one of my boys. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, actually, real quick on Jade. Seeing that she wasn't in the story mode of X, all they had to do is give her Katana all they had to do is like have her have a fight, right? Where she's palette swapped like Katana, and she has her multiple variation with Katana staff or whatever. That's all they had to do, but no, they couldn't even bother to do that.
Burn victims Cabal? Wasn't he Kano's goon back in the day?
Don't
Sin.
let the scars fool you. He's fast. Take out him and Jade. I'll go downstairs.
She doesn't know about Cabal's past, so I'm sitting that too. If they didn't know Cabal or DNA oh, the only thing Cabal is Striker. Who, by the way, where's Striker in this? Where's he at? I get he's the bland cop, but he had the cameo in X, if you remember, with his stupid pistol. I have to send this too. She doesn't know who he is, so because he wasn't in X at all either. Basically, him and Jade switch places in this game, where they switch places where
Move! Charges on every column!
Again, I'm sitting this. I'm very sitting this. They're all just gonna die anyway. Go to send this. Take that to send. Sit in that. Sit in that.
You're a dead ringer for your mother.
I'll kick your ass on her behalf, Cabal.
He doesn't know who his mom is, so her mom is, so I'm sending that. Alright, Cabal's one of the harder guys to fight in this game. From fighting his AI a bit, he can be pretty cheap at times, so I'm gonna have to watch myself. But it's Cabal. He's always been cheap. He was overpowered in Armageddon in particular in MK11. See, like that. And that's his spin. See, he just loves to do his spin. Yeah, I kind of suck as Cassie. I don't have a lot of time with play time with her. See, he's doing that blocking crap. Hold on, y'all. I gotta. See, I hate forgetting moves as Cassie. I hate this. But what are you gonna do, you know? Hold on. Okay, that's her kick from X. I don't know, I like doing that move a lot, even though it was sort of unsafe. And block or whatever. See, like that. You can get punished like that.
You lose as fast as you run.
Again, I don't like her voice actress either. Her
Where's Jade?
Her 11 was better.
Bailed.
Or X was
Getting
better.
help, I'm sure.
General, how we doing?
Need 10 minutes. The support columns are further apart than
Again, I don't like
expected.
Ronda
Need
Rousey,
help?
but whatever.
Negative. Just watch our back.
10 more minutes. We need it to be taillights in 5.
Well, we're in the shit now.
Yeah, the only thing Jackie's got
We've
going for this game
SGC4,
is her
yeah?
booty.
Yeah,
That's it.
why?
Cassie doesn't have much of
Buy
the ass in
ourselves
this
time.
game. Other than that one outfit. There's like that one outfit towards the bottom, I think on like the Combat League or whatever, where she's got a bit, but yeah. Sorry y'all being a dirty pervert. Have to send it. They try to censor it. I remember as soon as Scarlet came out, people were crying like bitches, bro. I mean, I was too, let's be real.
Emperor, Empress, Earthrealmers have captured the Bone Temple.
But Raiden is...
He's the diversion.
Okay, for one of the few voice actors who I like better in 11 than X, not that he was necessarily bad in X, was Liu Kang's. They made him genuinely more Asian, which I thought was really. You'll see what I mean later. But, you know, hell, they both in his look and his voice, which I think is a tribute to. I think it's a tribute to one of his MK actors in the original movie, I believe. You'll see what I mean later. I meant to talk a little bit about that. Kung Lao, they did the same thing. In this, I get these guys are just cannon fodder.
What's going on up there?
Watching your back, General.
Is this the scene? Is this the scene I think it is, or not yet? Or are we going to get one more fight here? By the way, I'm sitting there. Sand. Oh my god. Okay, here's Liu Kang. Oh, are we fighting Katana next? Okay.
Katana, Empress of the Dead. I've not forgotten our last encounter at the Sky Temple. How are your scars healing?
Fight!
Okay. I gotta watch my toes with Katana a bit. She can be a bit unpredictable. And X, she was easy as hell to fight, but, oh, come on, really? I forgot they gave her Melina's, teleport. Because, again, Melina was DLC. Melina originally was not going to be in this game at all, which we all know, MK fans, if you don't, if Melina's not in your game, that's the death threat to Ed Boon. Which I think is fucking stupid. God, Melina fans are some of the worst, and I say this as one myself. Fuck those fans and everything they stand for. Oops. Katana's more of a ranged character in this game. Yeah, in this game, move-wise, Katana has most of her assassin variation, or elements of her assassin variation, which is her best variation. Classic Katana. I don't like her as much in this game, though. She just feels off to me. She's good, she's just off to me. I like her better in X moveset. Mainly because I played as Royal Storm. No! I was trying to do my X-ray, y'all. That was my fault. Let's get better. Oh my god. Oh yeah, definitely her assassin variation. Can you stop blocking, please? There we go. I wish she had her dad's force balls in this one. I'm guessing we're just using her base move list here. There we go, baby. So are we fighting Liu Kang, or is that certain scene I think is gonna come? She's dead. Rest in peace, and nobody cares. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go and spoil it. Sonya is dead. But what should have happened, okay? This is the dumbest shit, okay? Okay, I've been waiting for this moment. This is the dumbest shit. She dies to a fucking rock. Okay, you can already see the beginning of it, so I'm not really spoiling anything. She dies to a fucking rock. When what should have happened? Okay, I'm gonna do this a lot in this playthrough, so just get ready. What I would have done if I was NetherRealm, I would have made her question Dark Raiden, and Raiden would have fried her ass, and then he would have went ape shit, you know. And then Fujin would have came in and yeah, but Fujin's not here, so yeah. Don't worry, he'll get his time to recover in Aftermath. But what they did to him in this, as far as excluded from this main game story, with all the events that follow, is straight up bullshit. Anyway, let's continue. Let's watch Cassie cry like a little bitch.
She's trapped, Cassandra Cage.
Oh, we have to fight Liu Kang. Okay, there we go.
Now the Chosen One has fallen.
You don't know nothing about Liu
Raiden's
Kang.
right. Whatever Shinnok did to you, you're a lost cause.
Because you never referenced him in X, so you never cared. Sorry, y'all. Watch Liu Kang too. He's unpredictable. He's really good in this game. I think he's top tier. I don't know if he's S tier. I know he's top tier. Stuck in the corner, y'all. No. There we go. Woo! Yeah, I don't really like Cassie in this game. She feels underwhelmed. Her moveset is underwhelming-ish. Can I get a flawless? Nah, no flawless. It's okay. It's fine. Flawless. It's fine. Bye-bye. Fit and how to defeat Liu Kang. Hey, I got a skin, so... I got a skin for completing Chapter 1. Cool.
General, can you hear me?
Nope, fuck you. Like I said, she dies to a rock, when she should have gotten fried by Dark Raiden. I can't even be sad for her. See, look at this bullshit. Look at it. It's funny. It's funny. I believe there's so many I want to see if there's any of these memes.
And I'm not.
Nobody's made a meme of this. They need to make a meme.
I'm not leaving you behind.
Y'all, I can't be sad for her.
Get your team home.
Oh, fuck you, man.
That's an order. Your duty. Mine's
Y'all, I'm going to
finish
hell.
The mission.
I'm going to hell for laughing at this. No, fuck your mom and fuck you, bitch.
I love you, Cass.
Again, she should have been fried by Dark Raiden. That's all. That's what we
Give your
thought.
dad a kiss for me.
I remember again, I don't feel bad at all. I remember reading the leaks that the early leaks where Sonya was said to die, and I'm like thinking, Dark Raiden fries her, right? Dark Raiden fries her, right? Or she dies by like better than this, right? But nope, gets crushed by a fucking rock. A rock. A rock. A rock. I'm trying to do this SpongeBob way. The pioneers used to ride these things from this. I'm just kidding. I gotta stop being SpongeBob. Whoop, she's gonna join the pioneers. Yo, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell for laughing about this. Look at her. Look at this bitch. Look at these bitches.
She started the detonation sequence. Override it, Jackie! There is no override. Commander!
Yo, I should not. Can the rest of the soldiers just die too while we're at it? They should fight.
Our orders
They should
are to
fight.
leave.
They should have fought. A fight would have been with them. Oh, by the way, another thing I would have done. I would have say the Fujin thing did happen, right? Obviously, there would have been some. It would have been like Injustice 1, where there's heroes that side with Batman, and there's heroes that side with Regime Superman, as they called him. Cassie and Jackie would have split. Jackie probably would have sided with Fujin. Cassie probably would have sided with Dark Raiden or whatever, or vice versa. They could have done either or. And by the way, it's a sin that Jax ain't in this, even though they said he's retired or whatever, but we'll talk about that once they get to him. Like I said, I gotta say this. She got God, guys, I hate this game. I hate this story mode. You don't know. I mean, I'm gonna play it anyway, but just know I'm gonna criticize. I'm criticizing the hell out of this. Stupid. They did it in X far better. But we'll probably play chapter 2 and then we'll end it. Really, you teleport all those soldiers? I have to send that. I'm sending that. Look at this bitch crying. Look at her. What a pussy.
Your mother died a warrior's death. May we all be so fortunate.
Like I said.
You did not just say that.
What a pussy.
Thank God you're back. How did the mission go?
No, fuck your mission, man. What a pussy. What a fucking pussy, man. A rock. A rock. She's crying over how she died. She's not crying over the fact that she actually died. She's crying that she didn't die a better, more epic way. Oh my god, I'm going to hell for laughing about this. Oh, I'm going to hell. Fuck this bitch, man. Fuck Cassie Cage. They fucking nerfed her to fucking pussy. The X, I know she would have wanted to kill Dark Raiden or whatever.
The cathedral's power.
But she would have said, fuck this shit. Sorry, y'all. I like Cassie Cage and the X better. She was a tough badass, not a fucking pussy. Alright, y'all. This is where I'm gonna majorly sit it. I'm just gonna let it play out. I need to calm down after that one, y'all. That got me heated. I'm gonna take my medicine while I'm out. Then I can crash out after this.
No, Kitana.
I'm trying to wake up people. Again. I said, fuck this Chronica bitch. Fuck her and everything she stands for. Hold on, where's mine? Sorry, I'm taking my medicine, so if I slip off from there, just let me know. Take it on. You want to come
I'm
over?
Chronica, keeper of time.
By the way, I'll just let it play out and I'll ramp on like a fucking bitch.
The sands of time guide the destiny.
Chronica, I'll rant about more as we go on, but she is the worst villain in MK. Even Blaze was better than this, and he wasn't even a direct villain. Blaze from Armageddon, by the way.
Has been irreversibly tainted by Raiden's action.
In more ways than one, this is a bootleg Armageddon, and it's not even close.
Felt that pain most
Armageddon had a relatively crap story, but it wasn't as crap. Because NetherRealm was just midway back then.
It need not be.
Was out of it.
I intend
They were just out of it. They were going
back to its
bankrupt, and they're like, let's just send it. Let's
Because
have all the
it
characters.
But even with my vast power, I cannot create this
Again,
new era
if
alone.
they really had to go this route, they would have been better off just bringing Blaze back. Because Blaze at least was connected to the destiny of the realms. But no, let's make a new character just for And I'm sorry to say this. Usually, I don't really go down this political, social justice warrior nonsense route. But they created Chronica for the feminists.
Anyways,
Sorry. Just like Sadie Adler in Red Dead 2, and that's as much as I think Sadie is alright.
No, Raiden.
How do we begin?
And they're fucking suckers for following Chronicle's bullshit. Fucking suckers. Alright, boys, I will admit, this is one of the chapters where it truly shines. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and let it play out here. Okay. Who's this new guy? Oh god. He was one of my favorite characters in the X, story-wise. I fucking loved him. So here's a quick, well, actually, I'm gonna let this scene play. I was thinking of going and explaining Kotal's backstory and shit, but I'm actually gonna let this next little bit play out, and then I'll really explain who he is and how he's relevant to the Outworld and all this nonsense. But he's one of my favorite characters, though. They did injustice moveset-wise in this game, where he felt underwhelming for a character.
And you lose profit.
I'll explain who this collector guy is in a minute as well.
I do not inflict bandits upon the poor.
Shao Kahn approved. His word was law.
Your master is dead. So is his law. Never again will Outworld suffer from his...
This guy used to work for Shao Kahn, that's all I know. I saw a copy and paste of Jade right there. I don't know if y'all caught it. But, we'll let this mini bit play out, and then I'll really get on a rant about the biggest sin of story. I'm gonna let it play out. Okay, this is part of the sin, but I'm going to rant about it before we even get to all these others. Right.
By the Elder Gods.
Sin right there. Biggest sin. They fucking killed off Dark Raiden. In my 3 years of seeing and knowing this game, I have always ranted until my fucking grave that NetherRealm don't fucking no, I'm not threatening NetherRealm or anything like that. That's gonna be clear. But they made a grave mistake, and they pretty much lost all respect from me as developers by fucking single-handedly killing off Dark Raiden just like that. You had so much potential. You had the fucking world at your shoulders for MK11's sequel to MKX. You were setting up Dark Raiden as if not the main villain. And then what do? You do this time travel bullshit, right, where it's yet another reboot style visiting the... I won't spoil what era, you'll figure it out. A certain section of MK9 onwards. And you just wipe Dark Raiden off just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. It's never sat right with me. I will complain until the day I die that NetherRealm's biggest mistake story-wise was killing off Dark Raiden in this game. That right there just says it all about how NetherRealm, they just don't give a fuck no more. They'll start doing retcons, they'll start killing characters off for no reason or in the dumbest ways possible. They just don't care. I get you was wanting a darker version of... I get you was wanting to switch it up from a post-MK4. But back in the day, Deadly Alliance did it right. Quan Chi and Shane Tsung, they fucking did it right, bro. They fucking killed Liu Kang and everyone and anyone that stood in their way. They did it right. What I would have done. Here's what I would have done. And there's so many options I would have done, right? I could have brought Onaga back. I could have had an Injustice 1. Okay, forget what I could have done. Here's what should have happened. As soon as it was announced, MK11 was announced, I'm thinking, we're going to get an Injustice 1 style story here, right? We're going to get a Fujin versus Dark Raiden story with Outworld and NetherRealm as secondary threats. Right? Dark Raiden being the main player in all this, with his corruption, him going ape shit, Fujin being a good guy, trying to unite the heroes against their corrupted friend, yada yada. But no, throw it, flush it down the drain. Flush it down the fucking drain. Don't have Fujin in this. Wipe off Dark Raiden for Pussy Raiden, as we'll call him, because he fucked up in MK9, that only fucked up more in MKX. Oh my god, y'all don't know how angry this makes me. I just wanna... Let me collect myself here. Ever since I was a kid, I've always, I'll say it once again, I've always loved the concept of Dark Raiden. A hero who's gone ape shit, I just don't care no more. Vigilante. Remember, in fucking Armageddon, in the Conquest, he sided with Shao Kahn. Think in his corrupted mind, thinking that he could be a puppet for Shao Kahn and Earth. That's how far he was willing to go to secure Earthrealm. To be Shao Kahn's puppet. And they can't even do that. Like, what sense does this make? What sense does this make, man? What fucking sense does this make? It's just, forget all the other sins that you'll see in this further, even in the Aftermath itself. It's never sat right with me. It's just never sat right with me, y'all, and it breaks my heart. NetherRealm, you can do better. You can do fucking better. If you're, okay, I want to go ahead and kind of break the ice here, too. The couple leaks out there are saying that NetherRealm, they're going to try and break the cycle. Right now, they're already going ahead and working on the MK12, right? Their usual pattern over the last half decade has been an Injustice game here, a Mortal Kombat game 2 years. Well, no, let me restart. MK9. 2 years later, Injustice 1. 2 years later, Mortal Kombat X. 2 years later, Injustice 2. 2 years later, Mortal Kombat 11, right? Injustice game followed a Mortal Kombat game, and so on and so on. Obviously, they broke that cycle a little bit, because had that cycle continued, we would have gotten an Injustice game this year. But we did, and they're being radio silent as usual. They're getting to be just as bad. They're as bad as Rockstar and radio silent. Rockstar Naughty Dog and radio silent. And you guys know how much I bitch about that. I've said it in plenty of videos about Naughty Dog and Rockstar's radio silence. You've heard me and the guys at GOTH discuss this. A lot of these companies, they think they can go the Rockstar Naughty Dog route and be in radio silent and surprise their fans. Don't work no more. Anyway, getting back to it. The point is, they can do a lot better. I'm going to let this press on because I will admit this chapter 2 in general, as stupid as this time travel bullshit is, for me, it's definitely the highlight of the story mode. I didn't say I was going to totally sin it, okay? I'll be real with you. I'm not going to totally... I hate this story mode, but I'll admit there's some nice spots to it. I'm not... It's not the worst story mode in the world. It's not as bad as Tekken 7's, which I think I said it... Tekken 7's, by the way, I'll stream that for y'all too. I'll plan on streaming that for y'all as well. Now, I'll rant even more about the bullshit, because this might be my first time confessing this, but I'm a massive Tekken fan. I love the story. The story's a bit harder to follow than Mortal Kombat's, but it's not as dumb as Street Fighters or Guilty Gear. It's easy enough to follow once you dig your feet a little bit wet. Anyway, enough of that. I got my Dark Raiden event off my chest. I'm pissed off. It makes me more angrier than ever. Anyway, let's press on. Let's press the fuck on. This chapter 2 is nice. You'll see. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Oh. Watch this, y'all. Guess who's gonna run back. Okay, Scarlet, Aaron Black. But I was saying this because Scarlet wasn't really a thing along with Aaron Black and MK9, right? Baraka. Kano, who, by the way, I gotta send that Kano. Okay, real quick on Kano. Another sin. I don't like his past look in this game. I get it. I know back in the MK3 days, he was bald as a tribute to his voice actor, his mocap actor, which that was cool back in the day. But it's like the Kano on. If you really wanted to do an alternate version of Kano, you would have done a moderate version. You would have done an updated version of his MK9 alternate where he had that alligator shirt. You guys remember he had the brown alligator shirt covering his chest with the heart, and he had the blue jeans. That was his alternate costume. They would have been better off doing that. They couldn't even fucking do that. And by the way, I fucking love Kano. Kano's one of my boys. I love him in X. You remember all the times I play with him in X. Yada yada. Alright. This is where it gets fun. Shao Kahn. They decide to bring back Shao fucking Kahn. Which is, it's bullshit, but it's fucking awesome at the same time. We're gonna listen to this man's rant. We're gonna listen to this man's rant, and then we'll explain some shit, okay? Because it's Shao fucking Kahn, the Emperor of Outworld. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, and then they bring back the past heroes, which I think is a bunch of bullshit. Sin here. Katana should have still been since they're rewinding back to the second tournament, which by the way, that's what they're doing. They're rewinding back to the second tournament. Katana should have been chained up with Scarlet in the arena like she was in MK9. Oh, and Kung Lao should be dead. Kung Lao should be dead since he just got killed by Kintaro. And Jade wasn't there neither. The people that was there was on Liu Kang, Kung Lao. Oh, that's right. I take that back about Lao. This was right before he's killed by Shao Kahn after he beats Kintaro in the Deadly Alliance. Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. This is definitely my favorite part of the game. I'm just gonna bask in the glory. Just gonna bask in it.
Raiden? Shao Kahn? General Kotal?
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go explain Kotal Kahn. Kotal Kahn, if you remember in X, he's the so-called Aztec, aka Aztec ruler of Outworld after Shao Kahn's fall. It's more explored in the MKX comics that his realm, apparently it's Aztec allied realm, right? They got conquered. They're one of the many realms conquered by Shao Kahn. It's again explored in the comics. The comics do a great job of exploring this whole Outworld Civil War arc that goes on post Shao Kahn's death. Between him and Melina, General Reiko from MK4 and Armageddon, he's a major player in that too. They did a great job with him, by the way. Major sin that Reiko doesn't have a cameo here. Major sin, because he was Shao Kahn's best general. But Kotal is another one of his generals, right? Was another. Both him and his father, Kotal Ketz, they were two of his most prized generals in his army. And through a series of events, his father gets killed. He becomes the leader of his race. Kotal does. And he I forget his actual name. He's just randomly called. He doesn't have an actual name. I think it's like just an alias or whatever. His dad was named Kotal Ketz, but Goro totally wipes the floor with him and basically chops his head off with Shao Kahn's wrath hammer. Badass scene, by the way, in the comics. I would recommend you check it out. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. But his retcon story. Yes, this is one of the many bullshit retcons they do for the characters in 11. Is that he originally was another of Shang Tsung's slaves in his flesh pits before getting freed and serving in Shao Kahn's army. But we all know the stories that his realm got conquered by Outworld, and that he more or less was raised in Shao Kahn's army. Yeah, they do the same thing. I'll rant more about Scarlet as well. They sort of do the same crap to her, even though she was an experiment similar to Melina and Shang Tsung's flesh pits.
Kotal Kahn. Kahn! Pathetic fool! You pretend to
That's
mine.
right, Shao. Tell his
It is
ass.
mine. By
Tell
right
his ass.
and
Watch my boy
you were
own him.
killed
Watch.
long ago, as was your repugnant spawn, Melina.
Melina should be in
Mortal
this.
Kombat tournament. Kung Lao had just defeated Shang Tsung and Quan Chi.
We are decades beyond those events.
For us, they happened only moments ago.
What game are you playing, Raiden? What
Let's
magic
listen to
powers
this
is
crap.
delusion?
If it is a delusion, it is one we all share. Is it possible that the past and future are colliding?
Katana, Baraka, Scarlet.
They're not champions, they're
Outworld
pussies. They're
champions
nothing
long
more than
since gone.
joggers.
You have
Not
always
joggers,
Has
I am here.
fodders.
Jade.
That's right. This sorry to interrupt the badass scene here, but Shao Kahn should have yawed him with his wrath hammer. Yawed her with his wrath hammer.
Requires all refugees be
Watch
offered
this, watch
assistance.
this, y'all.
I offer it to you, Shao Kahn. I am no refugee. I am Khan of Outworld. Vacate my game.
That's
or I'll
right,
soak
Shao.
you
Tell his
sands in
ass.
your blood.
Tell his ass. Tell his ass. Watch his badass. Right, watch Shao own him. That's right, Shao. Tell him who's boss. This is definitely the best part of this story, man. This Shao Kotal fight. That's right, own him like the badass you are. Own him. Own him ass. What's this shit, y'all? Fuck yeah. Alright, let's go.
Lord Raiden, what do we do?
I have not met Kotal, but he is reputed to be a man of honor.
It's true. I know him well.
Then we must navigate this crisis.
Gotta send this because Jade was not there. That's right. Gotta send this because Kotal was not there either. Gotta send this. This has never happened. Damn, Baraka. I like Baraka's look, by the way, in this game. It tribute to his MK2 look. Baraka! Sorry, I had to say it in this deception voice.
You with no future, Baraka. Your Takatans are dead.
Impossible.
They allied with Melina against
And he banged Melina.
persist, and you will
You know,
die
Shao,
again.
you know Baraka's always getting that Melina pussy. You know. Y'all, did I just do that? That was fucking cool. Y'all suck with Kotal. I suck with him. I was playing with him a little bit the other day in a tower, trying to unlock one of Shao's skins. But, I suck. I suck with him. So, yeah, apologies. That's parry, huh? Okay. Yeah, Kotal's much better in this game, though. He's much. I didn't like him in X at all. Even his War God variation was not. Like, I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to make him like sort of a sub-boss character, moveset wise. It just didn't feel right. You should have had. I don't know. It just didn't feel right to me. I think we can get my ass beat here, boys. Let's see. Yeah, Baraka, he's underpowered, but his attacks he does have, it's pretty OP. Like that. Yeah, he's much better in this game. He's one of the harder characters to learn, but I wouldn't expect anything less from again, As far as I'm aware of, I know originally he was supposed to be a sub-boss in X, but obviously they left that to Goro instead. But he feels much better in this game. He's much more of a rushdown character. Plus, he's still got his nonsense totems, depending on variation that you can do with him.
Filthy Takatan.
Yeah, Kotal's much better. Thankfully, they brought back they didn't change his voice actor because I liked him. And like I said, his concept is unique. An Aztec god, like god of swords. Like I loved him in MKX story-wise. He's one of the best characters. Was that Scarlet? No, that's Scarlet.
The orphan turned assassin.
Gotta sit right here. They changed Scarlet's story too. Originally, and I'll believe this until the day I die, or until they decide to probably redo her story back to what it was. Scarlet's original story was that, well, no, here's how Scarlet began in the first place, right? She originated from, similar to Ermac and MK1, the air macro code. She originated from a glitch that would turn Katana red. And it was so-called Scarlet glitch, or whatever the hell it's called, I can't believe it. Anyway, she debuts in MK9 as one of the DLC characters, and she makes a cameo chained up in the arena alongside Katana, and if you play as Katana, Tanya. But anyway, she originally was created by Shao Kahn, similar to Ermac, where she would hunt down Quan Chi if she was betrayed. She was basically, technically, he's his second true daughter. Because again, both his actual daughters, Melina and Scarlet, are through sorcery, while Katana and Jade are his stepdaughters through the pillaging of Edenia. But they did her wrong in this one. They did Scarlet's story wrong. For some reason, they randomly made her a blood orphan, which that makes no fucking sense. If anything, they could have just retconned to have Shang Tsung create her instead. But yeah, because Shang Tsung created Melina as well through her Melina clones. Which gets me thinking. Where's the Scarlet clones? Where's the Scarlet clones, you know? The Scarlet clones should be even more common than the Melina clones, but no.
Better to thrive and show.
Oh, I love her voice actress in this. She's pretty sexy. I think she's Arabic, actually, her voice actress. There's actually I could have sworn to, by the way, guys, I hope I'm wrong on this. And if she is dead, may she rest in peace. But I want to believe that one of her voice actors, I don't know if it was her English one or her Spanish one, I think in 2020, or it was at least 2020, that she, it was either late 19 or early 20, that she committed suicide in Spain. If the rumor's right, rest in peace, gal. But Scarlet in this game, she's basically overhauled from 9. In 9, she was a very simple, relatively... She was more of a zoner in 9, but her moveset hasn't really changed, but at the same time it has. She's more close range, but she's got some crazy zoning attacks in it. And as you can tell, as I was saying earlier about them trying to cater to the whole feminist crowd, they fucking covered her up, which is fucking stupid. I get wanting to not be as crazy as MK9 with the slutty women, but you know, they could have at least done it like Katana, you know.
Pride will be your downfall.
Again, I always know Scarlet to be
Kotal.
Oh, by the way, Jade's hot in this game, and by the way, I low-key ship the romance. This romance is cool with me. I get people were saying it's forced and whatnot, but not really. Jade's never really had, other than being Katana's friend, she's never really had much of a story in the first place. So it's her and Kotal's relationship is nice, and I can rock with it.
What happened to you?
Shao Kahn betrayed me.
I can rock with it.
My leader. I was
plus outside of
experiments. Only when he
Jade
died
pretty much
was
suffered after the MK2 section of 9. when she was just
Seeing you again
kind of
makes
there
it
when
worth
they
living this
got ass whooped by
nightmare.
Sindel.
I will not lose you twice.
I get it. By the way, I gotta say this, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Aaron Black never worked for Shao Kahn. He worked for Shane Song.
Go help the Earthrealmers. I will deal with this.
And I don't like him
Your
in this game that
future
much.
self
He was
is
better in
ally,
X.
not enemy,
In the
Aaron
comics.
To hell with the future. I live in the moment.
Alright, bootleg
Given
Arthur
who you
Morgan.
become, I would not have
By the way,
caused
y'all,
this
it's officially been a year since I beat the Red Dead 2 story for the first time. I'm thinking of doing a second playthrough for y'all on here. If I do, just stay tuned. But right now I want to focus on this and Tekken 7. Yeah, I don't like Black in this game at all. His moveset is kind of weird. Like it feels like his marksman variation from X, but with shades of Outlaw in a way. I think for the most part they got rid of it. I want to say for the most part they got rid of the sand grenades, which I found kind of stupid because that was his whole gig, was his sand grenades, along with his pistols and shit. He doesn't really have much in the way of pistol-based attacks, which disappoints me. It's mostly his It's mostly his rifle. And also, I liked his X-ray and X better. He was just better in X in general. And by the way, at the beginning of that X, he was, if y'all remember, he was top tier. Sonic Fox Fusion and all that.
I will have my throne.
That's right, tell him, Shao Kahn.
Outworld rejected your pointless wars. Empires must expand or die.
Oh, by the way, with Shao Kahn, real quick, I hate to interrupt this badass fight scene. But with Shao Kahn, real quick, thankfully, for the most part, they kept his story of overthrowing Onaga, so Onaga exists in this universe. Oh, he's still trying to feed it to his beast hand. Fuck yeah, Shao. I'm rooting for Shao in this one, so we all know this is gonna happen. Watch this, boys. The Emperor's
Your
fight.
conquest served you alone, not Outworld's
Watch
people.
this, boys.
Fight.
Alright, we gotta watch out for Shao Kahn here. You gotta be our first serious character to give us a challenge. Unless we're really on our toes here. He feels, for the most part in this game, his moveset is really good. For Shao Kahn, his moveset's awesome. It feels similar to his Armageddon moveset in a way, where his attacks are mostly, as you would expect, with his Wrath Hammer. And there's his taunt. I tried doing his taunt. Doing his taunt in this game is kind of weird. Oh, I wish I would have heard his taunt. Bro, remember MK11 where he had to literally spam projectiles just to beat his ass? That was great. I miss those days. Even some projectiles like Scorpion's Fireball wasn't really all that good. Alright, y'all, I want to, oh, that's Fatality. Okay. Feel the wrath of Kotal Khan, boy. Sorry, Shao. I hate doing this to you, buddy. You know I always love you. Shao Kahn for life, y'all. Shao Kahn for life. I hate seeing him go down that easy.
You are Khan no more.
I don't like what they did with Devore in this game either. Sim in this too because she was not around. Yeah, it was implied that she was around for Shao Kahn in the second tournament. To give them credit for once they did explore her connection to Shao Kahn in the comics, so I'll give it that. Basically, she's worked for every. She's basically worked for every villain under the sun. Which Tanya did the same thing in MK9.
I know you.
We are acquainted in your era.
We were allies who became enemies.
I am surprised, given our shared antipathy toward Shao Kahn.
Everything changed after your defeat of Shinnok.
Shinnok's defeated?
Our realms joined to fight him. But in victory, you were hardened. To protect Earthrealm, you lashed out at all realms you deemed threats.
That cannot be.
My Raiden wears Shinnok's amulet as a symbol of his fury.
Be assured, Kotal Khan, I am not that Raiden. We have
not yet, you won't.
Both in solving this temporal
Again, it's a sin.
And in
my personal hope is that if they do the whole, I was trying to explain MK12, but I kind of got carried away earlier. My personal hope is that they are desperate enough to do the MK12 to earn fans' respect back. That they'll, this is going to sound kind of dumb, but I think this will be the best route story-wise. Erase the whole timeline shift, make it non-canon or whatever, right? Because of the whole multiverse crap, they could do that, because Aftermath explored that nonsense to death, for the better. Mostly for the better, anyway. And have the Dark Raiden saga actually continue. You know, if it was up to me, he would be allied with guys like Shang Tsung and stuff like that. If they can bring Shang Tsung back, they can continue that.
Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and I will return to Earthrealm and learn what temporal anomalies have occurred there. We must better understand the phenomenon we are experiencing.
I will have my scouts track Shao Kahn.
So, this is goodbye.
Only goodbye for now. I can't.
Not really a fan of Katana's looky. Not because she's Asian or anything like that. I don't know. I just her new face don't sit right with me. It's not even about her race either. It just don't sit right with me for some reason. So.
And to all of you.
Okay, Katana in this game just don't sit right with me. I get they were trying to make her a mirror image of Liu Kang, but it just don't work for me. But this is a good moment, though. Oh, I did like the romance. I did ship them so much in MK9. You have to remember, before Johnny Cage and Sonya, they were MK's power couple.
You
so
evade my questions, Deborah. I routed your people, burned this hive, yet you aid me.
We can't trust her, Excellency. Kotal Khan did, and she betrayed him to Shinnok.
Kotal Khan. How is it I'm dead and he sits on my throne?
You tried merging Earthrealm into Outworld.
We all remember when Raiden blasted his ass at 9.
And Raiden killed you. That's when Melina became Khan.
After this one killed your daughter, Kotal.
Watch this, watch this, watch this.
You killed Melina?
That's right.
This is true. You will die.
And she should have killed him. He should have killed her. I have to sin in that. I'm sinning that. Because Devora is really no use. Chronica has no use for somebody like Devora that's just going to betray her. Devora is the ultimate. I say this as a fan of Devora. Not 9/11, by the way. I loved her in the comics and in X. But like, I would have Shao Kahn kill her for that. Which is a sin. He said, fuck Chronica and everything she stands for. She'll just betray half the villains.
Chronica.
The legends are true?
I am displeased with how history has unfolded.
I'll explain who that chick between her and Garrus is in a minute.
Time. I enlist all those who disdain the current course of history. By merging past and present, we may draw upon allies from both eras.
How will fighting your battles benefit me?
I offer a greater empire in the new era, Shao Kahn.
I get it. They were trying to make a bootleg Blaze, where basically the Elder Gods just make sure the realms exist and that certain events happen to like keep the destiny of the realms going. And apparently one of the destinies is that Shao Kahn would so-called win Armageddon. It's basically a twisted version of this, but let's be real. MK Armageddon / the beginning of MK9 did that better because if you remember, from what we know, Shao Kahn killed both Taven and Dagon, and then he whooped ass on Raiden, then defeated Blaze. And then Raiden obviously does the whole He
requiring
must
great
win.
power and
Bullshit.
effort.
It came
My
out happen.
hourglass requires protection while I work.
I find this.
Will your outworld armies defend it?
They shall.
I gotta send that. Gotta send it.
I swear to God, I'm losing it. Can't someone, anyone, explain to me what the hell is going on?
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get back on Johnny here for 1 second. By the way, this is a great cutscene, but I'll let it play out because Johnny is Johnny. You know what I mean? Both Johnnies, as a matter of fact. It's what I would have done with older Johnny. Remember Deadly Alliance where they decided, let's fuck it, let's go to hell, let's make him blonde. Just like, I know, it's like a so-called actor that's trying to age him too much and let's be hip. By the way, unpopular opinion, but blonde Johnny Cage was my favorite Johnny Cage. Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, from the bit we know about his story in that part of the original timeline, post MK4, he sees his friends either dying or going dark in the case of Raiden and Sonya and Katana and all that. And after he's freed from Onaga's influence, I know, long story there, but I'll explain that at some point. He gets a vision. You can't really explain too much of it because it's convoluted in NetherRealm, not Midway. I keep forgetting myself. Midway not really telling us much at the time, in that era. Long story short, he and Kenshi, they both get visions, and then they gather the heroes who are left or have been freed from either the undead or revenancy, and they join up to make the Forces of Light, who are the heroes left, to stop the Forces of Darkness, aka the villains, and then that's how Armageddon is set up. But yeah.
Right? I've been in the future for a whole hour and I haven't.
I mean, young Johnny is who I would expect him to look like. Even though I would have made him have a suit or something like he's in the tournament.
So it is true. I walked a darker path.
After Shinnok went down, you became a different person. Red lightning, black clothes, authoritarian attitude adjustment.
Which I missed, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, another sin. Chronica didn't have to erase Dark Raiden, right? If say we really had to do this whole Chronica bullshit, right? She didn't have to erase Dark Raiden. Injustice 1 did it perfect. From what I remember of Injustice 1's story, did it perfectly. Where there was Regime Superman, aka current Superman, who went apeshit after Lois Lane got killed by the Joker. And then there was past Superman before that. And that's all they had to do, really, if they really insist on this time travel cut. They should have kept Dark Raiden, and then Raiden should have ultimately found his true self. Hell, if they really wanted to, they could have gotten his evil self to go along with Chronica's main puppet, but yeah, let's just get off Dark Raiden. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm just that heated
What
about
happened
it.
to Dark You? How come you're an only child and I got an evil twin?
As an immortal, I exist outside
is
the
bullshit.
normal laws of time. That could explain why I am affected
That's
differently.
bullshit.
Thanks.
Weird, isn't it? Not
Hey,
being
Jax,
in
what's
charge.
up, buddy?
That's what's weird.
You look normal, and Sonya's beautiful in
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
but
yeah.
again, Ronda Rousey. As I said earlier, what I would have done is I would have had, with the Aftermath update, / Ultimate update, they should have given us the option, because remember, we got those, that movie pack that movie skin pack with 95 Johnny, 95, Raiden, and, I want to say it was Liu Kang, but I'm not sure. Anyway, those 3 characters they had, oh my god, who was it, y'all? Hold on. I'm actually having to look this up. It's dumb. It's dumb. Okay. It was Raiden. Christopher Lambert is Raiden in MK95. By the way, greatest. No, hold on. Let me correct myself. It's the greatest video game movie of all time. The MK95 movie. I need to watch it sometime. By the way, I need to fucking watch it sometime. But the MK95 was the best movie translation of video games ever. For the most part, they kept the original trilogy plot right. Yeah, there was some bullshit retcons like Liu Kang having a brother and whatnot, but it's a movie. For the most part, they did it really well, and obviously. we would not have Kari Takanawa. The goat is Shang Tsung. Your soul will be mine. Sorry,
Look
y'all.
at her. How do I have a kid?
Because you fucking
with
suck.
him?
Because y'all banged.
At least she's not an actress.
Come on, at least think about it. We each get points off the gross. Coming this summer, Johnny Cage and
Johnny Cage.
in time.
Any thoughts on what we do
Jackie's
next?
booty
For
though,
months,
bro.
I've
I
been
never
receiving
noticed
vague
all these
premonitions
years.
of the future.
God.
But none of them foretold this.
Because Chronica
I
erased
must confer with
everything.
the Elder Gods.
That's
Liu Kang,
why.
Kung Lao, please assist the Special Forces while I am gone.
Yes, Lord Raiden.
Follow me.
Again, I really like Liu Kang and Kung Lao in
Yes,
this
Mom.
one.
I
They
mean,
they did them
General.
right in this one.
I mean,
If they're having to do a reboot,
This is strange for me, too.
you have no idea.
don't really again.
What?
How do I say this?
You died because of a
This
rock.
means we
That's
need
how.
permission.
You died because of a fucking rock.
And you gave your life to save it.
You died because of a fucking rock. You should have gotten fried by Dark Raid. Just
Son of a bitch.
Just pretend you got fried by Dark
Seriously?
Raid when he went dark, okay?
Now here you are.
Do not question me, Sonya Blade. For this you will die. Raiden, no! There. I think I made my point.
Young enough to be my sister.
Cass, you need to see this.
God, that's hot. I'm sorry.
Sathid show another realm incursion at the Wuxi Academy.
Netherrealm? Taking out Shinnok's
No,
temple was supposed to stop
because
them.
of
It's gotta be the time anomaly.
We must help our Shaolin masters.
Why would the Netherrealm want to bust up your alma mater, Liu Kang?
The Dragon Grotto. It's
his
underneath
voice
the
acting's
academy.
familiar, but I can't think of it.
Earthrealm's Jinsei energy bubbles up in its springs.
That's no good. We've seen firsthand what happens when the Netherrealm screws with Earthrealm's life force.
They will not reach the grotto. It is protected by powerful magic, the deadliest traps. I am sure our counterparts from your era are already dealing with them.
I hate to say this. I have to kind of send Nine's Kung Lao. He wasn't this humble in 9. He was fucking arrogant. I'm sure he'll show us signs of his old style arrogance in this game compared to his more humble brother. That's Kung Lao's shtick. He's basically in. I hate to be low key racist here, but he's basically Asian Johnny Cage, except he's not being Bruce Lee and fighting in Kung Lao movies.
Kung Lao? Okay.
I'm so wrong for that.
Sit down.
God honest truth. God honest truth, brother.
I die in the Colosseum. You on a rooftop fighting Lord Raiden.
Yes.
Our future, Liu Kang. It is insane.
I guess it's Shaolin Brothers, brother.
Change it. Neither will accepting our destiny as evil.
Oh yeah, another thing. Apparently, for the most part, Shaolin Monks in some ways is canon. If you remember Shaolin Monks, which was a retelling of the post MK1 into MK2 storyline. By the way, greatest spin-off game of all time, if you ask me. Never got to play it though. Damn shame, bro. If I was to ever get a GameCube or a PS2 again, I'll be damn sure to play it. Hell, me and my brother, we could play it sometime, bro, if that was to ever happen. They need to remaster it for the 4, bro. Even if they have to remake it or do some nonsense. But, like... And by the way, if they was to ever release it, bro... I would definitely live stream for you guys if I could. Trust me on that. Shaolin Monks is the GOAT. Underrated. Don't care.
Dead warlords.
Let's move on.
I'm not. But we can't change a future we don't.
Yeah, I really love Liu Kang in this one. They brought him back to his hero-ness.
It appears he got us both killed.
Jesus.
So many Shaolin. They died defending our sacred ground. The Netherrealm will
They did a similar thing in Shaolin Monks where the Outworld, well in this case Outworld invaded. Oh, by the way, I gotta give kudos to this trap sequence. Had there been a conquest mode in this game, that would have been fucking awesome having to go through that. It reminds me of Armageddon having to go through the trap sequences and shit with Haven. Fucking cool, if you ask me.
Whoever came here knew how to disarm these traps.
Do you know how? The monks never taught me.
More likely you did not attend class.
Bless. I love these two, man.
And pick your moment.
Alright. What's this? Oh, no, wait, he's gonna throw his hat, right? Oh, yeah, he's gonna throw his hat. Lyle's gonna throw his hat. Nice. That's Lyle's thing, is his hat.
Easy enough. What's next?
Everything. Poison gas, shooting spears, flame jets.
How about we avoid those?
Nope.
I did not do that.
Revenant Scorpion. Yep, I forgot they brought Scorpion back in his Revenant form post.
Scorpion. Of course you survived the Time Merger.
You will not stop Chronica from restoring my family and clan.
I'm gonna select Kung Lao here, y'all.
If Scorpion doesn't kill us, these traps will.
Man,
Find a way to
it wasn't
shut
letting
them
me. It was not letting me select that. I was trying to select Liu Kang. It was being glitchy, y'all.
Let's see whose fire burns hotter.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this first part. I apologize this has been taking so long for me to get back to streaming, but I might end up having to stream late nights like I'm doing right now. Either that or I might try stage streams whenever it's convenient. Or I can chance it being convenient. Where I won't get disconnected or whatever. But, hopefully y'all enjoyed my bullshit rants about the story and whatnot. You can tell I'm really passionate for this game. I'm actually thinking about, again, as I've said earlier, I'm thinking about switching between this and Tekken 7 as well, where I'll explain the stories and whatnot and send everything wrong with it. Tekken 7, it might be a bit harder because, you know, I'm really rusty at Tekken, but, Tekken you can spam for the most part, so yeah, that'll be a doozy. But, anyway, as usual, let's go live on the YouTube. Larson Game, your place for all your live streaming content, maybe occasional GTA or Call of Duty clips, and all that nonsense. But anyway, this is Larson Game 5. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.